What's going on, everyone? I'm Chanel. Welcome back to Rap Talk. And today, guys, I want to talk about the smoke that DJ Vlad has gotten over the last week or two when he made this post on Twitter, essentially saying how, as an adult, playing video games for long periods of time is a form of depression. If you don't believe me, ask yourself this: think of the 100 greatest moments of your life. Do any of those moments include video games? Probably not, and this comes from a lifetime gamer. Now, I thought this was funny because I'm like, Vlad. Number one, no offense to Vlad if he's watching this, I doubt it. But if he's watching this, I feel like if you say you're a lifetime gamer, you're probably old school. What are you playing? You're playing the recent Street Fighter because that's what you used to play with when you were younger. I don't really. I take that with a grain of salt when you're saying you're a lifetime gamer. Like, what are you still rocking? Whenever Mario comes, you play that for a little bit or something. Like, here's my 2 cents with it. And I watch. I'm a subscriber of Vlad's service. We get to see the interviews the full interview before it comes out. So I'm sitting there watching Tony Ayo give him the smoke for what he had to say, and he's like, "Video games are part of the culture." And it's funny because Tony Ayo and his man's just sitting there, and he's like, when you go into the studio, what do you have there? PlayStation and Xbox. When you go into a tour bus, what do you have? PlayStation, and Xbox. When you go into what do you call the back room before you go out to like the venue or whatever, what do you have? PlayStation, and Xbox. And it's like it's always the culture. It's like when we're little, we sit here and we go meet up and go play video games. It's what has you getting off the streets and has people not doing violent things because they have another avenue to sit here and express themselves and not, or to take them out of reality and put them in a different place where they're not thinking of doing something wild and crazy or violent, anything that's going to do harm to them or others. And I love this. And Vlad's point of view is like, if you're making money from it, it's cool, no issues, all that stuff. And it's like, I don't really agree with that per se, because I'm like, and I'm sitting here, I have a ton of friends that I've obtained and just grown into adulthood with these other people that I've talked to in the last, 10 plus years, uh, just playing Xbox, just having a good time. And I was telling my wife this recently, I'm like, it's a lot more fun to sit here in these days to be like, let's go play some Xbox, let's go hop on some PlayStation, let's go hop on one of these things and just talk. Like, instead of me having to hop in my car, go to a bar, or spend money at the bar, spend money at a restaurant, spend money at whatever, wherever we're going, and not having to worry about spending money or whatever other things, inconveniences, having to drive somewhere, dealing with traffic, any of that. I could be like, yo, let's just hop on some Xbox, let's go play some games, let's have a good time. If you're a gamer, you understand this. I'm sure you've had many friends. There are communities that are built on just playing games and enjoying them. It's an escape. It's literally what I find wild is when he's sitting there talking to Yayo, he's like, it's wild if you're playing it for 10 hours. And yeah, that's excessive, sure. But it's the same thing if I'm sitting here binging episode after episode on Netflix and it's a 10-hour long show. But hey, it's cool that I just finished this, on Saturday, and this show just came out on Friday. Or I spent my whole weekend watching Stranger Things because the whole season dropped, and I'm sitting here binging these whole 10 episodes. And it's like, I never understood this with video games. It's so acceptable for me to go and binge a show, and that's cool. But me playing video games for a long period of time, now that's bad. And it's like, me watching a show is literally just a passive thing. I'm sitting there just watching the show. It's not giving me anything. It's just fueling my brain with whatever they want to show me. At least when you're playing a video game, 9 times out of 10 it has you thinking about, yo, I gotta jump over here. I gotta be quick with my reflexes here. I have to think about this puzzle that's upcoming in this whatever game I'm playing. There's a lot more to it, and I feel like the way he puts this is like, if you play video games and it's not for making money and it's just you do it as a thing, it doesn't matter. If you make video games, streaming or just making the game or whatever, that's valuable. But if you sit there and waste your time playing video games for a large amount of your time, what are you doing? When I can make the same case if you're sitting there watching TV shows on social media, just scrolling. Like, here goes an interesting thing that comes to my mind. If I'm sitting there watching Vlad TV interviews because I'm a member, and these interviews are like an hour, 2 hour long, and I'm watching like at least 5 of them. and they're spanning, a good 5 to 10 hours of my time. Is that not valuable? Like, some people would say, "Yo, you're wasting your time. Why are you on YouTube watching these interviews? Like, you could be outside doing something, making your own money instead of giving this guy your freaking, I think it's $7 or $6 of payment to see these interviews. You can be doing something with that." Those are my 2 cents when it comes to this whole Vlad thing. I know everyone has their own opinion if they do and don't agree with Vlad. I want to hear yours. Let me know your opinion on this. I really loved when that part of Yayo's interview comes out for everyone to see. I really love Yayo's take on it because that is so true. I even think about Wu Tang. It's unrelated to video games, but how they adopted Shaolin. And it's like, bro, like, what are we talking about? That's just my 2 cents. Feel free to share your comments down below in the comment section, guys. With that being said, I'll be back with another one. Peace.